Kita na. Wait lang. Try. Ay, wala. Wala. Wait lang. Wait lang po. Nawala yung screen. Wala. Okay, nandiyan na isang screen. Okay na po. Okay. Okay, kita na po. Kita na po sa screen niya. Miss Letun, kita na sa screen mo. O yan, naka-thumbs up na ang lahat. Okay po. Our topic for today, second top, dapat kahapon. Our topic for today po is heart-to-tissue reduction. Nung mga heart-to-tissue po ng ngipin, only the enamel, the dentine, and the cementum. Pulp is not included because pulp is a soft tissue. Heart-to-tissue reduction, it is a regressive change in the dental tissues. Meaning the hard tissues of the tooth that include a variety of alterations. They are not necessarily related either etiologically or pathologically. Kahit walang developmental disturbance, walang dental anomaly, but it is a regressive change in dental tissue. Normal naman yung structure, morphology ng ngipin, but not related to developmental anomalies. They are degenerating alterations of the teeth, meaning degenerate, hindi na katulad ng dati, degenerate meaning. Kanino po yung malakas? Pakipatay naman po. Degenerating alterations of the teeth, probably, maybe, could be resolved. Degenerating meaning showing decline of evidence, the evidence of decline. Instead na, example na lang, incisal edge or cusp na posterior. The incisal edge masyado na flattened, or the cusp of the posterior teeth are already flattened. And they are associated with general aging. Pag nagkakaedad na, hindi na ganun ang morphology ng ngipin. And maybe due to injury to that tissue. There are 2 learning outcomes for this study. Kamukha rin yung kahapon sa dental caries, 2 lang. And differentiate clinically the types of hard-tooth tissue. Walang kasamang röntgenographic, walang kasamang histologic feature. Unlike yesterday, may kasamang histologic feature. And for us to be able to formulate the management, ano yung management, or this time hindi ginamit yung treatment, but the word used here is management of each condition. Konti lang naman po itong sa heart-tooth tissue reduction. We will be discussing 4 types of heart-tooth tissue reduction. We will begin with attrition. Attrition, the meaning of attrition is physiologic wearing away of tooth. When we say physiologic, it is a branch of normal normal function, branch of biology that deals with the normal function of living organism. We are talking here now the tissues, the hard tooth tissues of the teeth. In attrition, alin yung nagkakaroon ng alteration or wearing away of a hard tooth tissue that is on the incisal, occlusal, and the proximal. Are not all other surfaces unless very unusual malocclusion. Kaya sa attrition, alin yung mga nagkakaroon ng wearing away ng tissue, only the surfaces of the incisal for the anterior, occlusal only, and the proximal. Bakit incisal po nakikita ang attrition? Kasi we use our anterior teeth for cutting foods. Kaya normal naman yon. That is physiologic. Kaya pag laging ginagamit, nagkakat ng food, nagkakaroon ng wearing away ng tissues ng incisal portion. Where in the occlusal, we use the posterior teeth for grinding tooth or pulverizing food, pulverizing grinding food. Kaya nagkakaroon ng wear ang occlusal surface ng posterior teeth and also the proximal surfaces. And will you please read the description of attrition here? Kita naman sa incisal ng mandibular anterior teeth and the maxillary posterior teeth, the incisal portion, are affected by occlusion. Ms. Salvador, please read attrition here. Ms. Salvador.
Attrition begins at the time of contact or occlusion occurs between adjacent and opposing teeth.
Okay po. Adjacent and opposing teeth. Ms. Salvador, paki-open mo naman ang camera mo po. Yes, thank you po. Kaya sinabi, begins at the time of contact, hindi ba pag nag-contact sa occlusion, mga posterior teeth, and the opposing teeth, and the adjacent. Kaya sa attrition, nakikita ang attrition sa incisal, sa occlusal, and the proximal surfaces. And in this picture, the teeth affected are the incisal, yung occlusal. Kita ba dito yung occlusal, Ms. Badar? Please open your camera, Ms. Badar. Kita ba yung occlusal, Ms. Badar?
Yes po.
Kita po ba? Masyado bang kita? Parang central, lateral. Kita po ba? O
No
more
po.
on sa anterior lang?
Anterior po.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Badar. And both dentisures are affected, pero mas apektado ang permanent dentition. Bakit po? Siyempre, pagdating ng nag-exfoliate yung mga deciduous teeth, unless they suffer from amelogenesis and dentinogenesis imperfecta. Kasi in amelogenesis and in dentinogenesis imperfecta, both dentitions are affected. But in attrition, rarely sa mga deciduous teeth. The clinical manifestation, please read, Ms. Labillas, yung first and second clinical manifestation sa occlusal surface.
Clinical manifestations: small polished facet on the cusp tip, slight flattening of an incisal edge.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Labillas. May incisal edge po ba dito, Ms. Gabuat, sa picture natin? Please open your camera, Ms. Gabuat.
Wala po daw.
Wala naman po. Thank you. And those are the clinical manifestations. Small polished facet sa cusp tip. Ito na nga, pinakita yung cusp tip. Yung incisal edge, babalik ako doon sa incisal edge. Ay, wala, baliktad. Nagkaroon na ng attrition and incisal edge and slight flattening ng incisal edge. Number 4 and 5, please read, Ms. Codilla. Your camera, Iha.
Gradual reduction of cusp height as the person becomes older. Flattening of the occlusal inclined planes.
Okay, nandun sa picture number 2, thank you, Ms. Codilla, flattening of the occlusal inclined plane. Yung sa first picture, the picture on top, hindi ba merong broken line? Dati, ganun yung cusp height. Pero ito dapat cusp height preparing dun sa posterior teeth. Pero sa anterior, naubos na hanggang middle third na lang. That is due to attrition. But attrition, sabi nga, physiologic wearing away. Kaya, laging ginagamit yung, syempre, the teeth dentition is used for mastication dahil laging ginagamit. Kaya related nga, sabi dito, yung factors, one of the factors is related to aging. Number 6, Ms. Magdato. And Ms. Magdato, please read 6 and 7. Ms. Magdato, open your comment.
Shortening of the length of the dental arc, and men
Mhm.
exhibit more severe attrition than women, probably as a result of greater masticatory force of men.
Okay. Iha, hindi ko makita, ma'am, yung face mo po. Okay, kita na po. Shortening of the dental arc and sabi, mas may exhibit more severe attrition. Dahil sa greater masticatory force. Mas matigas, mas great ba silang masticate ang men? Sabi lang to, according to Schaefer. Thank you, Ms. Codilla and Ms. Magdato. But in advanced attrition, ito nakikita sa older persons, siguro ang diet niya, course diet. Diba naaral natin kahapon yung course diet, raw diet, especially the prehistoric men. Ito naman hindi prehistoric. This is called an advanced attrition. Advanced attrition is, Mr. Isguera, what is advanced attrition? Open your camera, Mr. Isguera.
Naka-open pa yung cam ko. Hello
Yes
po.
po, open po. Sorry. Ayan, nakita. Yes po.
Advanced attrition in which the enamel has been worn away results in extrinsic yellow or brown staining of exposed dentine.
Thank you po. Very clear, Mr. Isguera. Pagka nagkaroon ng attrition po, ang dentition, either the anterior, only the anterior, tsaka sa posterior, this is advanced attrition, not only nawala yung hard tissue sa almost nasa nasa cervical third na. Ito naman, nasa middle third pa rin. Ang kulay niya, the result will results in intrinsic color or brown staining. Bakit po naging brown? Bakit po nagkaroon ng stain? Kasi na-expose na po yung dentine. Masyado na, kaya nga tinawag siya na severe attrition. Masyado nang naubos yung hard tooth tissue ng enamel tsaka ng dentine. Buti, yung pulp, hindi pa rin. Pero may attrition naman siguro hindi pupunta hanggang dun sa root portion. And 9 and 10, Miss Fabian Marie, baga rin si Miss Fabian. Your camera, Iha.
Naka-open po, Doc. Nasa po kasi.
Ayun. Sige, naka-open na. Sorry naman po. 9 and 10.
Number 9 po, Doc.
Yes po. Number 9 and 10.
Complete loss of cuspal interdigitation, cusp to fossa relationship.
Mhm.
Number 10, teeth may be worn down nearly to the gingiva.
Okay, as I said earlier, dun sa isang slide, teeth, thank you, Miss Marie Fabian. Teeth may be worn down nearly to gingiva. Dun yun sa advanced attrition. And complete loss of cuspal interdigitation. Ano po ba ibig sabihin ng cuspal interdigitation? Please look at the picture dun sa ibaba, dun sa posterior teeth, yung upper premolar and lower premolar. Hindi po ba yung cusp? The cusp of the buccal cusp of the first premolar occluding sa fossa of the mandibular premolar. Kaya nawawala yon kasi nauubos na yung cusp. Lakihan natin, ha? Ayan po. Please look at the anterior sa premolar. Yung cusp ng upper premolar, buccal cusp, at saka it should occlude sa normal occlusion, occlude with the fossa of the lower premolar. But in attrition, particularly sa advanced attrition, nawawala na yung cuspal interdigitation. That is the meaning of cuspal interdigitation. Next po, again, kay Miss Salvador. Miss Salvador, number 11, Iha. Ma'am, number 11 po. Miss Salvador. Okay.
Exposure of dentinal tubules and subsequent irritation of odontoblastic processes result in formation formation of secondary dentine, which prevents pulp exposure.
Thank you po. Okay. Exposure of the dentinal tubules. Ano po ba yung dentinal tubules? Review. Please look at the picture below. Ang dentinal tubules po, sila yung microscopic tube within dentine, nasa loob ng dentine, kasi nga dentinal tubule, that it spreads outward from tooth. Okay na po tayo sa dentinal tubules, mag-expose kasi nagkaroon ng attrition. Thus, there will be an irritation sa the odontoplastic process. Pag na-expose si dental tubule, mag-i-irritate ang odontoblastic process. Ano naman po yung odontoplastic process? Yung odontoplastic process na irritate, sila po yung cells that produce the dentine. Doon po sa naka-italize, ano po other name ng odontoblastic process? Miss Dumopoy, what's the other name? Doon po naka-italize na.
Tom's process po.
Yes po, Tom's process. Pag nagkaroon ng attrition, severe attrition, will expose the dentine, kaya nagkakaroon ng yellowish or brownish discoloration, nag-expose ang dentine, at pag nagkaroon ng exposure ng dentine, magkakaroon ng irritation sa odontoblastic process that according to Ms. Dumopoy, odontoblastic process are cells that produce the dentine. At sa severe cases pa, baka magkaroon ng pulp exposure. Ayun, kulay pinkish na yun. Kakaroon na ng pulp exposure. And odontoblastic process, okay, tapos na tayo dyan. And the number 12, Ms. Letun, ano yung number 12 po?
Little tendrils of pulp horn remain are exposed to oral cavity.
Okay. Ms. Letun ulit. Ayan, nakita ko na. Ms. Letun, little tendrils. After exposure of the pulp, there will be in severe, more severe attrition. Meron na rin parang nakikita na yung tendrils of the pulp. Exposure of pulp to the oral cavity. The etiology here, kasi nga sabi kanina, coarseness of diet, yung coarse sa mga prehistoric man. Ito hindi naman prehistoric. Baka talaga lang nagbe-betel nut chewing, posible yon, or tobacco chewing, kasi merong ganon, and also bruxism. And other work, certain occupation, sino ba yung naka-expose? Maraming pumapasok sa bibig kung hindi man sila nagtotobacco chewing, yung mga nasa construction, kasi hindi ba maraming cement, sand, yung sa mga traffic enforcer, naka-expose sila. Kaya certain occupations is exposed to abrasive dust. Kaya nagkakaroon sila ng attrition. Next po is attrition, the treatment of attrition. Di ba sabi ko sa learning outcome management ang ginawa, the term used is management. The treatment here or the management for attrition is by wearing rubber splint, kamukha nung sa bruxism, di ba yung nagba-bruxism? And kapag ka worn out na yung incisal and occlusal surfaces, restoration or bridges. Okay? May questions po, Ms. Brosas? Do you have questions, Ms. Brosas? Ms. Brosas, open your cam. Questions? Nasa si... Okay, nakita ko na si Ms. Brosas. Thank you po, Ms. Brosas. Pang 39, dalawa pa kulang ko. The next is abrasion. Another hard to teach issue is abrasion. Abrasion, Ms. Tracho. What is abrasion, Ms. Tracho?
Pathologic wearing away of tooth substance through some abnormal mechanical processes usually occurs on the exposed root surfaces, but under certain circumstances may also be seen on the incisal or proximal surfaces.
Thank you, Ms. Racho. Okay, pathologic wearing away. Ang etiology po nito, it causes attrition, coarseness of diet, tobacco chewing, or certain occupation. Dito naman po sa abrasion, mechanical process. We are talking here, ano pong mechanical process? Faulty tooth brushing. Di ba, merong a proper way para mag-toothbrush. But in abrasion, nakakaroon ng faulty toothbrushing. And this usually occurs on the exposed root surfaces. Kita naman ba dito sa picture natin, yung exposed root surface? Tawag ko na Sister Isguera, Miss Tebes, kita po ba sa picture natin yung exposed root surface, Miss Tebes?
Yes po.
Yes po. The exposed root surface of anong ngipin po? Miss Tamondong, what teeth are affected by abrasion?
Yung canine and premolar po.
Ilang canine, yung lateral po ba kasama din?
Yes po.
Okay po, yun. Marami, hindi ba? More than one. Lateral, canine, at saka first premolar. Pero, kung sa attrition, ito yun ha, attrition, physiological airway, incisal, occlusal, proximal, kasi ginagamit sa mastication. Ito naman, due to faulty mechanical process, maraming ngipin din ang affected. In this picture, as seen by Ms. Tamondong, observed by Mr. Tamondong, nasa lateral, canine, at saka sa premolar. Why am I emphasizing this later? I explained more than 2 ang affected. Okay. Next po. In the clinical features, yung lesion niya, you know already the lesion, meaning ng lesion, wound or injury or clinical features, naka-V-shape siya doon sa root surface. At saka, ano siya, sharp ang angle ng lesion. Doon sa number 2, nandun na yung word ng lesion. And most common on the left side of a right-handed people. Bakit po most common sa right-handed? Di ba pag nag-toothbrush tayo, ito na yung toothbrush, dun tayo pupunta agad sa left side. Whereas if you are right-handed, more on the right side. At saka bakit maraming dentition are affected? Kasi, di ba pag nag-brush, hindi naman pa isa-isang ngipin lang. Sabay-sabay yung isang quadrant. Next po, exposure also again sa dentinal tubules para rin sa attrition. Exposure of the dentinal tubules, Miss Leonardo, what's the meaning of dentinal tubules? Again, na-explain na natin kanina. Please read again the dentinal tubules, Miss Leonardo.
Okay po. Dentinal tubules is the microscopic tube within the dentine that spreads outward from the tooth center.
Okay po.
Sorry.
Okay. Sige. Basahin ko muna yung 5 ha, Miss Leonardo. Okay, Miss Leonardo. Exposure dentinal tubules, na-explain na. And may stimulate formation of the secondary dentine. Kasi kanina na-irritate yung odontoblastic process, severe attrition. Ito naman, formation ng secondary dentine. Di ba pagka merong nag-injure ang primary dentine. There are 3 types of dentine, di ba? Merong primary, secondary, at saka tertiary. If there will be an irritation sa odontoblastic process, alam na natin yung meaning, yung odontoblastic process, yung cells that produce the dentine, mag-i-stimulate na secondary dentine. Kaya unlike enamel, pag nasira enamel, wala na. Unlike sa iba't in dentine, merong primary dentine, secondary, and tertiary dentine. Excuse me. Sorry po. At yun naman reparative dentine is called response or reparative dentine. Bakit naman nagkakaroon yung reparative dentine? It is in reaction to trauma. Dito naman, wala naman trauma, due to mechanical process lang naman yung dito sa abrasion. Pero kung may trauma, magkakaroon na ng formation ng tertiary dentine. The other name of tertiary dentine, Ms. Dumopoy again, anong other name ng tertiary dentine po?
Reactive response or reparative dentine po.
Thank you po. Reactive response or reparative dentine due to form in reaction to trauma. Next po. The etiology of abrasion, Ms. Ternabal, ano naman what are the etiologies of abrasion? Ms. Ternabal, open your
Um,
microphone.
use of abrasive dentifrice is the most common cause of root abrasion. Number two, improper toothbrushing. Use of toothbrush in horizontal direction.
Okay, thank you po. Use abrasive dentifrice, yung mga abrasive toothpaste. Di ba may mga toothpaste na mayroong granules? Kaya lang, ano rin yun, harmful din sa hard to tissue of the tooth. Kasi abrasion nga yung surface ng ngipin. Abrasion, again, is usually seen located on the root surface of on the surface of the exposed root. Tapos pag kinapa, sharp yung angle of the lesion. And habitual opening of bobby pins. Ito naman po hindi bobby pins. Meron siyang knot na kinakagat. As a result to notching of incisal edge. Di ba sabi natin, not all Hutchinson's teeth or Hutchinson's incisor ay mayroong congenital syphilis. Hindi po. Baka kasi due to yung occupation niya or yung habit niya, like this one, habitual not opening. But here, not opening of bobby pins, kumakagat siya ng nut, na matigas na nut. Next po. And for the management of abrasion, correct the faulty habit. Ano nga po ulit yung faulty habit na pinag-usapan natin, Mr. Hernandez? Napakaaga mo, iho. Dumating, nag-admit. Mr. Hernandez, what is the faulty habit that we are talking here? Faulty habit.
Yung katulad po ng sinabi niyo kanina, yung pagkain po ng nuts po.
Okay, at saka yung mechanical, ano naman? Faulty habit, pagkain ng nuts, o tama, kasi kayo nagkaroon ng notching. And also, toothbrushing, faulty toothbrushing.
Toothbrushing.
Yes po, faulty toothbrushing, faulty toothbrushing habit. At saka yun, pagkagat ng nuts. Okay. Next po. The third type of hard tooth tissue reduction is erosion. Erosion, here si Miss Tibay. Ano po ba anak? Miss Tibay ang erosion. Miss Tibay.
Erosion is a loss of tooth substance by chemical process that does not involve known bacterial action.
Yes po, thank you po. Nagkakaroon ng parang cavitation, di ba? Yesterday we discussed cavitation. May acid like in chemical parasitic. Ito naman, walang no known bacterial action. Natanggal lang din yung tooth surface, hard tooth surface because of chemical process. Ano kung chemical ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, particularly sa acid. Next. And the clinical features ng erosion, Ms. Manuel. Again, Ms. Manuel.
First, smooth lesions occurs most frequently on the labial and buccal surfaces. May also occur on proximal surfaces. 2, shallow, broad, scooped out depression on the enamel surface adjacent to CEJ.
Okay. Dun sa number 2, shallow, broad, scoop out depression on enamel surface adjacent to CEJ, yung letter B. What tooth or teeth are affected in this picture sa erosion? Miss Pineda, anong ngipin po yung affected? Based dito sa picture natin, are affected by shallow, broad, scoop out depression adjacent to CEJ.
Yung molar po, tsaka yung premolar.
Premolars. The 2 premolars, kasi wala lang siyang arrow, at tsaka yung, wala naman ding arrow yung molar, pero more prominent on the premolar. Thank you, Miss Pineda. And generally confined sa gingival third. Ayun nga, yun sa arrow letter B, nasa gingival third ang erosion. Walang bacterial action to, due to acid na uubos, na scoop out yung enamel surface. The reason for this, etiology of this is unknown in majority of cases, pero yung decalcification or demineralization, yung nauubos yung enamel surface at probably kung severe ay sa dentin na din, is due to local acidosis resulting from damage due to traumatogenic occlusion. Another etiology here, yung mayroong anorexia nervosa. Di ba yung anorexia nervosa, yung ini-induce yung vomiting? Di ba yung vomit acid? And usually, yung mga nagda-diet, yung kakain, tapos gusto nilang i-vomit, acid yun. The surface usually affected here are the lingual surfaces of the anterior teeth, resulting to loss of enamel due to gastric hydrochloric acid. Kaya, ang affected here, yung lingual surfaces ng anorexia, may anorexia nervosa. Next po, erosion. Highly acidic carbonated beverages. Naku, yung mga carbonated beverages, yung masyadong mag-inom ng lemon juice. Okay, lemon juice. Affected are the labial surfaces. And habitual suck of lemons. Meron bang ganun? Habitually, lemon ng sucking lemon. Di ba? Asim yata nun. It will cause erosion. And anything in excess, paulit-ulit naman si teacher, excessive consumption o anything in excess, masama ito. Excessive consumption of letter number 7, except number 7, etiology na erosion, excessive consumption of what? Mr. Gaspar? Or is Mr. Gaspar?
Yes po, andito po.
Apo, excessive consumption of number
Fruit
7.
juice po.
Yes, fruit juice. Is that correct, Mr. Hernandez? Fruit juice ba?
Yes po, ma'am. Fruit juices
Yes po, ma'am. Fruit juices. Okay. Ito yung example ng erosion. Pero pag tinignan, para po siyang amelogenesis imperfecta. Di ba ganyan yung mga amelogenesis, merong defect ang enamel. And various industries, anong industry affected? Kung yun sa attrition, sa occupation nila, abrasion, faulty habits, biting ng nuts, or faulty toothbrushing. Kung erosion naman, excessive consumption of fruit juices. At saka may mga occupation, various industries are utilized, sa example, galvanizing, battery manufacture, sanitary cleanser, and munition. Speaking of munition, ano po ba yung munition? Manufacture, gumagawa ng munition? Mr. Florendo, may idea ka ba, Iho? Sir, ano po ba yung munition?
Wala po.
Munition po, okay, very honest naman si Mr. Florendo. Munition po, ito po ba yung paggawa ng bala? Yung mga bala, munition. Okay. Kaya karaniwan laging tinatanong dito lalaki ano po ba yung munition? Yung bala. Thank you po. And treatment po. Mr. Florendo, ano po yung treatment sa erosion, sir?
Use soft toothbrush with alkaline toothpaste and filling.
Filling. Okay po. Kasi naubos yung surface ng ngipin. Kaya, number 1, kasi nga acidic, yung due to acid ang erosion, use toothbrush with alkaline toothpaste and filling. Thank you, Mr. Florendo. Question so far? May tanong po ba? Ms. Gabuwat, may tanong ka po? Ms. Gabuwat? Okay
Wala
na
po daw.
Asan ka? Paki-open po, Iha.
Naka-open po yung camera.
Apo. Kaya lang hindi ko, yung ulo mo lang yung kita ko. Yun lang dito. Yung face di ko kita. Gabuwat. Check. Okay na. Now we'll proceed to a fraction. A fraction is the pathological loss of tooth substance by mechanical loading forces. Yung abfraction normally because of malocclusion or malposed teeth. Hindi malposed tooth or teeth. Karaniwan, isa o dalawa lang. Okay, isa. Karaniwan, isa lang. Caused by biomechanical loading forces. In abrasion, it is almost similar to abrasion. Di po ba yung abrasion normally seen sa exposed root surface? Pero dito sa abrasion, primarily in the cervical region. Cervical, pwedeng affected din yung crown, pero in this picture, nahandun sa cervical, nahandun din sa root part. Wedge-shaped din siya with sharp internal and external line angles. Parang kamukha din siya ng abrasion. Diba? Ganun din yung abrasion. Occurs on exposed root surfaces, tapos sharp din ang lesion. Ano po ba yung pagkakaiba dun sa dalawa? Sa abrasion, number 1, ang difference po nila, Miss Kinanahan, maaga din dumating, ang tatlo. Mr. Kinanahan.
Involving a single tooth. Toothbrush abrasion involves multiple teeth. Number 2, malpost involved tooth. Number 3, faulty restoration of an antagonist.
Yes po. Thank you, Mr. Kinanahan. Sa abrasion, hindi ba, pag nag-brush, as read by Mr. Mondong, tama ba? Si Mr. Mondong ba sumagot noon? Lateral, canine, premolar, maraming teeth are involved kasi pag nag-brush, faulty tooth brushing. Sa abrasion, isa lang, kung alin yung malpost tooth na number 2, kung alin yung malpost, yung hindi, wala sa proper occlusion alignment ang involved. Pwede rin, dahil sa atin, iatrogenic cause, dahil sa atin, faulty restoration. Kaya pag nagre-restore tayo, hindi ba sabihin, kailangan not overfilled, not underfilled, kailangan correct ang, or kung crown man yun, tinitignan din yung occlusion para to avoid this type of hard-to-tissue reduction called abrasion. Di lang naman yun ang pwede mangyari. Abrasion, pagkaroon, if there is faulty restoration, makakaroon ng TMJ disturbance, pwede din, not only abrasion. They are present sa cervical lesion below the gingival margin. Kung gingival margin ang pinag-usapan, pag sinabing below the gingival margin, nasa crown, nasa root. Pag below the gingival margin. And number 5, Miss Kaging. Ano yung number 5, Miss Kaging?
History of bruxism or parafunctional habits.
Okay. Nagbabrux, yung nagna-night grinding. Pwede magkaroon of fraction, history, and parafunctional habits. What are those parafunctional habits? Ano ba yung functional habits? Nail biting, nut biting, paano kanina, nail biting, tongue thrusting, parafunctional habits, thumb sucking, may cause this type of hard-tooth reduction that is called fraction or toothpick, ba yung nag-toothpick biting, mga parafunctional habits. The etiology has been suggested when the tooth is hyperoccluded. And the treatment management for abrasion 1 and 2. Pakibasa naman, Ms. Sanchez, ang 1 and 2, pag 20, Ms. Sanchez.
Number 1, restoration. Number 2, occlusal adjustments.
Okay, thank you po, Ms. Sanchez. What about si Ms. Baita, 3 and 4?
Number 3 po, occlusal states. Number 4, elimination of parafunctional habits.
Elimination, yung mga nail biting, yung mga parafunctional habits. Your assignments ano-ano po ba yung mga parafunctional habits? And altering of tooth brushing techniques. Kasali yung tooth brushing technique. And your assignment po for next week, should I give you an assignment? Yes, bruxism or bruxomania. Please read the definition of bruxism or night grinding or bruxomania, and also the definition of bruxomania, the etiology and management for night grinding or bruxomania. mayroong nagpapa-admit kasi may dalawang kulang, ano sila, ma-mark absent. Kasi 7 o'clock po start. Dapat po before 7, nag-adjust na nga po ako eh. Before 7. Anyway, nagpapa-admit naman. Questions po regarding the assignment. The topic is very short. May questions po ba kayo, Miss Paz? Do you have question, Miss Paz po, pang 38, Miss Paz? Miss Paz? Nasaan si Miss Paz? Miss Paz, are you there?
Dok, ano pong specific na ilalagay sa bruxism na hanapin?
Yun po. The definition, the management of bruxomania, and the etiology of bruxomania or night riding. Thank you for asking, Ms. Paz. What about si Ms. Cabrera? May question ko po ba regarding the topic and the assignment, Ms. Cabrera?
Doc, paano po siya ipapasa? Sa paper din po ba? Or handwritten po?
No need na. I'll give the instruction po para po paano po ipapasa. Sabihin ko na. Pero I'll give pa rin po sa instruction. Ipapublish ko po. It will be submitted sa 1/2 crosswise po. O 1, para hindi na ako magbabalik-balik. Isang, not yellow paper, intermediate paper, isang buo. One intermediate paper. Hindi na 2 pages. If you can use only 1 intermediate paper. Yun po yan. Okay na po yan. May question po. Did I answer your question, Ms. Cabrera?
Yes po. Thank you po.
Doc, sa white pad paper, Ms. Sanchez, Doc, sa white pad paper pa rin po ilalagay. Opo. Yes, Ms. Sanchez. Yun po. Si Ms. Sanchez, natawag ko na si Ms. Sanchez o may tanong.
Yes po, Doc. Kanina po.
Opo, kanina po. May tanong. Sino pa po may tanong? Para i-admit ko na, yung nagpapa-admit, para hindi na sila mamark ng absent. May tanong pa po, bago tayo mag-leave the meeting, sandali lang po. Huli na, tatanungin ko. I may not call everyone, pero si last ko nang tatanungin para ma-admit ko na yung dalawa. Si Ms. Abutar. May question ka, Iha? Ms. Abutar?
Wala naman na po, Doc.
Okay, wala naman na po. Okay po, ha? Wait lang po. Wait lang. Admit ko si Miss Lozada. Okay. Sino? Isa na lang wala. Meron pa bang wala? May 40 na. Isa na lang wala. Mr. De La Cruz, di ba 41 po ang sa oral part? Tama po ba, Mr. De La Cruz? 41?
41 po.
Oo. Kaya lang may kulang tayong isa. Sino yun? Makikita ko naman dito sa... wala. Wala nang dumating pa. Wait lang po ha, bago tayo mag-leave the meeting. Ms. Sanchez, nasagot ko na si Ms. Sanchez. Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. De La Cruz. Stop presenting na po ako ha. And everyone, open your camera na po before we leave. I-screenshot ko lang po. Para na handito nila. Okay, screenshot. Ako nakangiti na. Shape 3. Si Mr. Gaspar, ayaw mo umiti. Umiti ka naman, sir. Si Mr. Hernandez, nakangiti. Si Peace, Pia Clarice, peace sign pa. Isa pa. Okay po. Shift 3, screenshot na po. Wala na pong tanong. Babay na po. Ay, kung may quiz po ba ipapublish ko. Okay, babay po.